Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. It's a rare day. I'm actually excited to play as the Ironclad. Can't wait, man. Early shop? Usually, right? Okay, let's go random rare relic, because we definitely don't want to lose our existing relic, and obtain a curse. The curse is Parasite, which is bad, but Ice Cream is good. Maybe not so good as the Ironclad, because we tend to play out our energy every turn, even in the early game. But losing 3 max HP to get Ice Cream, I would take that trade most days. You know what? Hit me for 7. I'm learning, and it's a shame that it's taken me this long to get here. But I'm learning, you know? I'm learning to manage each encounter with the strategy that's most appropriate. This is a painful turn. So for this guy, we know he gets crazy strong if we let him go buck wild. So we're just going to step in and say, no, sir. Go ahead and hit me for a little bit early, and I'll hit you for a lot later. Took Infernal Blade. I don't really want to remove a card. I also don't really want to loot. I guess we could have. What was 7 max HP or 75 gold? I would really rather pay 75 gold. So yeah, that's not 7 max HP. Sorry, just 7 HP. But we can also do it for free right here. So let's do that. And then we don't need to go to the shop. In fact, we would prefer not to go to the shop, and we can go here instead. Ugh. I think we should roll 2 of those, hoping to get an attack, which we did. Whoa, no, that's fine. No, that's not fine. We should have played 2 strikes, then we could have played a single defense. Sorry. It's taken me a minute to get the Slay the Spire arithmetic module up and loaded. The CDN is down right now. It's alright, we're working off a local backup. You don't take Perfected Strike. In this family, we don't take Perfected Strike. We've learned. I don't want to be here yet. Combat reward screens now contain colorless cards and cards from other colors. Let's go Shockwave. It's tough. You know, I need somebody saying, like, hey, here's the archetype that you're going to be running today. And obviously, we don't have that yet. Because our first relic, albeit great, is Agnostic, which is also totally friggin' fine, but a little annoying in this specific case. Honestly, go ahead and hit me for 20. We kind of accept that in the early game, we should have done that in reverse. You might be dead. We accept, for the most part, that in the early game, life's gonna suck. We're gonna take way more damage than we'd like to take, and that's just part and parcel of doing business with these early elites. The idea is that as time goes on, we get strong enough that, you know, these elite fights don't nearly kill us every single time. Maybe one day we'll get there. Well, might as well, I suppose. It's what, dude, honestly, it's been a little bit of a negative start so far. However, I really like the Ironclad lately. For a long time, I was like, I'm a defect boy. And I know you're like, NL, you don't even know how right you are. Don't subtweet me, okay? I'm not defective. I'm just, you know, what do they call it? Factory irregulars? Please no combat. Oh my god, dude, this is too many shops. I don't want this many shops. This is too many shops too early. I'll take Rage, though. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of building a mishmash here, which is not a good start. Even though I like some of our cards. We're going to go, like, super combat path. And hope to reform our deck by the time we get anywhere. 13 block, we're taking 1. No big deal. Alright, let's start reforming this run. But what I was going to say is I used to dislike... I think we can do it like this. I used to dislike playing as the Ironclad in Ascension mode. And then for whatever reason... For whatever reason recently, he's been my boy. Now, The last run in particular, we got Corruption, Barricade, lots of really, really amazing stuff. You might say, why focus on a single enemy here? Us with vulnerable against 2 enemies? Or sorry, us with vulnerable against 1 enemy? 1.5 enemies. Us without vulnerable against 2 enemies? Probably don't need me to do the math on this one. It's 2 enemies. Go ahead and hit me for 10. I hate it, but I think it's the right approach. But we definitely, I think, do this and just kill you. Iron Wave is always a little tempting. Honestly, my least favorite character right now is the Silent, and I never thought we would reach that point. It's a little sad for me personally, but I can't kill you with a Shockwave. So I would rather, I think, take 3 damage, actually take 0 because of Rage, and do a lot of damage to you for free. That's like a dream come true. Then we'll do this. It's a little unfortunate, but keeps us alive, keeps us from taking damage, heals us up. Dude, I have to be honest, I'm floundering. I see a Corruption, I'm going to take it. Obviously, I want a Barricade as well. And we're not even going to start by playing it, but I guess I shouldn't say that we need a Barricade. What I do think, these guys are so strong right now. What I do think is that we need something that does something with exhausted cards. Love it. If we can get something that benefits us when cards are exhausted, then we are a little bit happier to play Corruption. And we probably could have gotten away with playing it right there, but it's actually going okay. I am stunned. If you had told me that our max HP would be higher after getting Parasite, I would have looked at you like you had lost your friggin' mind. I think we go for the elite fight and just do your best, really. Turn 1, we purge a curse. We're really waiting on Infernal Blade. Start with it, see what it is. Okay, Thunderclap's okay. We have to go for it on this turn, even despite our, you know, relative lack of attacks. Get to roll over a bunch of that. Sure, why not? Yeah, why even play the defend, right? Like, what's the point? I think we should weaken him, for sure. And I think you just keep smacking, dude. I understand we're taking a lot of damage in the process. Believe you me. He should be dead next turn, though. And considering we didn't come into this fight with a whole heck of a lot of HP, consider this a pretty okay approach. Regal Pillow is actually very helpful. We need Barricade. Dude, okay, so we've reconstructed basically the exact same deck we were rolling last time. Now we need to maximize our blocks. And this, as a turn 1, is amazing. It's only going to stack up, you know, a certain amount of block, but still. So you're doing 24 damage. I don't like it. I don't really want to play a defend until a Barricade comes out. Go ahead and hit me for 24. Once Barricade comes out, which we have to play, then we'll play our defends as they show up. As necessary, at least. And this is going to sound weird, but 1, 2, 3. By not playing the bash, we take no damage. We even preserve 1 block. So whenever we can make Ornamental Fan work, I think I'm a happy man. We don't want to... we should have played 1 more, but I don't want to exhaust too many cards. Can't help but notice we're not making a whole lot of progress here. Suppose it helps when we actually draw attacks like we did right there. I'm learning pretty quickly. I have to hit you. I'm actually skeptical that we'll live here, but I'm trying. Believe you me, brother, I'm pushing here. You're only doing 18 damage. It's not that bad. It's enough to almost kill us. And especially with burns, I think we might be screwed, actually. How am I going to do 95 damage to you? Ah! We're dead. Okay, you know what? You know, an attempt was made. I really thought that when we picked up that barricade we'd have a chance, but maybe too little too late. That's alright. A lot of Ascension mode, beating your head against the brick wall and just waiting to see what pops in. Give me that 100 gold. Such a weak start, but... let's try. I'm ready. So I'm not too disappointed with the fact that we lost on the first floor. I've come to accept that as part of the necessary grind of Ascension mode, so to speak. You know, you're not gonna... well, let me put it this way. I'll demonstrate the point by talking about the inverse. I was watching some other people on Twitch. I don't know why I said it like that. Like, I was watching some other people on Twitch. But no, I was watching Justin on Twitch, HC Justin, play... Slay the Spire non-Ascension mode, just a default run. And this is meant with literally zero shade thrown towards Justin at all. It actually reminded me of how far, I personally have come playing the game. Not because Justin is bad. He's actually not only good, but way better than I was when I started, without a doubt. And probably way better than I was until, like, you know, maybe a month ago when I started playing only Ascension, more or less. But, you know, the non-Ascension runs is really good if we get the build going, but I'm going to go Seeing Red to start with. The non-Ascension runs, looking back, are so friggin' easy now. So, I've tried to get myself out of this mindset that, oh, like, if we die before the second floor, but at least having gotten to the first boss, like, that's kind of like an enormous catastrophe. I don't really see it like that anymore. I see it as part of the learning process, is that, you know, you're gonna have to have these situations where you just die early sometimes. Obviously, you'd rather not, but I see it as part and parcel with, you know, the cost of doing business here. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, you know what? It worked out really nicely. We had a lot of HP coming into it, so it seemed like a good call. I'm going to choose not to grab a curse, and we're going to invest in destroying these elites. I think we start with attacks. Normally, you would wait for a bash to show up, but I was looking at our draw pile, and I was like, okay, so next turn, maybe we draw a bash, if we're lucky. And we play it, and then the turn after that, we're going to draw, like, potentially 0 attacks. So, doesn't seem like my cup of tea. So, you know how we fight the Lagavulin early. We pretty much go all in. Just trying to make sure that we can kill him before he puts us in a completely untenable position. This is actually looking really bad yet again. We have 14. We're gonna live. We're probably gonna live. See, no problem. Question card and attack potion. I'll take a cleave just to get crowd control. We've got a real issue, though. We have to fight an elite. I'm gonna try to take the safest path here. We're gonna have 32 HP. Really, you are like begging for a good attack here. I think it's got to be Iron Wave. Sever Soul is obviously 16 damage. Do we really want to exhaust our defense? What if you just played him instead? That's a good point. So we can only play one other card. What do you want it to be? I think it's abundantly clear. It's an okay first turn. I'm not convinced that we're going to live against these guys, you know, like... I can't kill you. So we might as well stack defense and hit you for 10. So this is like... the fight right now is like 1.75 difficulty. 1.75 times, I should say. We're going to try to get you 2 turns from now. Now it's like 1.2. And soon it'll be 0.75. What do the numbers mean? I don't know. Mostly just letting my brain push commands out through my mouth. Now we should be okay. We would need to take full damage like 2 times. But again, it's, you know, you got to take a little bit of a long view approach to things. We could still die now. We'd have to draw a lot of dazes, but it's possible, I guess. Now we should not die. We need to draw one attack in the next 2 turns. Mummified Hand. Well, does make powers very tempting. Especially, dude, like, now if we get a Barricade, a Corruption, etc., etc. What do I like? Oh, I mean, another Shrug is really good. But let's go Molten Egg and then Shrug. And how much HP, or how much money do we have? I'm going to take another attack potion. I don't like to do that, but it may save our lives. Entire philosophy here was, if we can kill one of the enemies in 1 turn, sure, we take 13 damage. It's kind of, it's a thing I would prefer not to shrug off, but what am I supposed to do, you know? It was either take 13 or take more than 13. Where do you think I stand on that issue? Sometimes I accidentally would take more than 13, but it would never be on purpose. 3 upgraded cards, we take the flex. Why? It's just that good. So we were really looking for a flex and a cleave on the same turn, but didn't get it. Really looking for a cleave on this turn. Could have popped the block potion, but it only blocks 6. I really think we might end up needing that block potion to, you know, keep ourselves alive and all that. So, I've opted to just stay away from it for now. What are we waiting for? Like, I'll be honest with you. Any power with a positive effect, we should take. We can always headbutt flex back. For now, we're going to be at 52 against this guy. We should be okay. I suppose you never know. We want to make sure he doesn't get his big attack in, so we put that poison on him just so maybe we can get him this turn. We need to do 20. We're definitely not going to get him this turn. Don't even need to play the other card. So he's going to do 14 damage, but thank God we saved the block potion at least. Let's make him vulnerable long term, and it doesn't really matter what we do next. Prefer not to draw out of something we might want to see. Yeah, I can live with that. We really want to minimize the damage we take from just attacking him. But I'm actually, I don't know, I'm feeling the grind right now. I'm feeling like we're up against it. Like this is going to be a tough fight for us. Especially with no other potions. Oh, he's 2 away, but how much block does he put up? 9. I was going to say, it's very doable. Doesn't matter what we do next, so again, we'll just stall on it. We've both gone about halfway dead here. I want to headbutt last, so we know what we're getting next turn. But I will headbutt. It's risky, but it guarantees, like, we take 6 damage, but it guarantees the shrug to block 8 next turn. Dude, I don't know. I thought about it, and I was like, we could body slam for 13, but I just want to not get hit. We're going to have to survive. We're going to have to weather one really bad attack here. And we're not going to. Okay, so we're going to die again. Oh. Ascension. Level 12. It's a sticking point, man. We're going to try one last run here. If only we'd gotten Mummified Hand earlier. Okay, whenever you exhaust the card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. There's a build there, I think. We start with no exhaustibles. Ugh. I hate this first turn. Oh well. Wonder if we get you next turn. Oh, you know, we do exhaust our curse, I suppose, but... This is basically, I think at this point in my ascension levels, I call myself, like, high beginner. You know, I sort of know what I'm doing, but still probably make too many mistakes. I also hate this turn, by the way, but at least we're killing one enemy per turn, I suppose. What I need is what we got here. And what I got here is a relic right off the bat that allows us to build towards something. Instead of, if I'm floundering in the early game, I don't know what I'm building towards, that's where things get dangerous for me, I think. I don't know if Carnage is any good, but we're going to snag it here while we can. And I'm going to plan for this elite fight. If I make you vulnerable, this will do 30. Now, I still won't be able to get you, so I think we'll just do it like that. Save the vulnerability potion for the boss fight. You put up 6 block, I think. Yeah, we need to do 12 damage. Easy enough. HP staying relatively consistent. So this is 7 block and 3 damage, but Flex is just a much better card right now, I think. Remove Transform Upgrade. Usually we'll go for the upgrade. This is not ideal. It's gonna sound bad. I think we go for the Gremlin Wizard. Even though we take more damage in the process. We know the wizard has to die. So we'll take another 5 damage. The rest of the fight is very easy, believe it or not. We just kill this guy. And then we can afford to stall until Carnage comes around. Or until we have the block that makes sense for us, at least. There you go. Could be worse. 55 HP. Whirlwind. I like it. I really do like Whirlwind for crowd control. Very good against these guys as well. I think we got lucky in that regard. I think we hit them all for 15. Go ahead and take 10 yourself. Well, do we really want to take 20? No. No, we don't. But we're not gonna, because this is... We should have hit you. Or you. Because this is going to be exhausted and do 3 damage each. So we're just going to take another 10. Yeah, it was a waste of a strike. We could have played the defend instead. That would have been a better play. It's the kind of thing that could matter in these, you know, pretty delicate runs. I think we'll just do it like this. 9 damage to all enemies. I got nothing against that. We draw a Whirlwind, we basically win. Whirlwind and Daze kills. Whirlwind and Flex also kills. Not a bad fight at all. Regal Pillow, pretty helpful immediately. You know, I think you look at a Sever's Soul and you go with Sharon's Ashes. That's a really nice get. So we're not going to upgrade a card early. Instead, yeah, we're going to go for 2 elites. Okay, sure, let's do it. We wanted Flex. Didn't get it. This will only do 19 damage. It's not that good. I think what we like instead is actually a Carnage plus a Strike. And I put the poison on him just to make sure we have the best chance possible to kill him, you know, ASAP. Is it worth a flex? I think it is. Even though we only get to apply it to 1 attack. I'm approaching this a little differently than usual, but I think it's because we can kill him faster. So this should be 7 damage. 3 times plus poison, you're dead. So we're going to be at full HP for the next elite fight, so this was well worth it even though it was dangerous. Mob Bank is pretty good. Fiend Fire. You 100% have to take it. Gremlin Horn is fine. Why do I like Fiend Fire? Well, it's a 40 damage attack on turn 1. Actually, it's 43, technically. Because it exhausts itself as well. It's a great start. A Sever Soul, you don't need to play it because these things will kind of like exhaust themselves. Like Sever Soul Whirlwind, or would you rather just bash Whirlwind? I think I like Sever Soul Whirlwind. We are going to take 16. That's pretty much par for the course against this guy. Oh, we got him. Dude, that was not bad. Now, for me, at least... How can you not, I guess? For me, it's becoming, like, increasingly clear. We are going to need some more blocks in this deck. Why rest? Well, because we got this next elite fight coming up here. Now, keep in mind, as you fight these guys, you get energy when you kill an enemy. So, like, this is 1 energy back. Whoa, this would do 3 damage to all enemies, which doesn't seem that good. Well, it would do 20 damage to one and then 3 damage to the others. It doesn't seem that good, but is actually incredible, because it gives us 1 energy back, and then a strike gets a kill, and then a strike gets a kill. Look at that. Alright. I don't know. Without vulnerability, this guy's a little bit more annoying. Yeah, I don't see a good reason not to play this right now. It's kind of our dream start. He's on 26 HP. So we want, like, I was going to say Carnage, but okay, doesn't need to exist. Go ahead and hit me for 16. I'm not mad. That's okay. This was the turn we wanted, though. Flex Carnage. Peace Pipe. Not at all what we want. I do like Cleave, just some form of crowd control. Oh, you're really going to hit me for 12 on turn 1. It's ruthless, man. So this run is feeling a lot better. And this is our win condition. You have to be careful with Fiend Fire, because you can exhaust all your good cards and leave yourself with a trash deck, but... Who we fighting? I think he's Smith here. It's tough. I mean, Limit Break is the obvious choice, but it only matters if we draw it with Flex right now, so... A Whirlwind is not relevant for this specific fight. I guess we'll go Fiend Fire, even though it's only an extra 3 damage per card, but sometimes that's an extra 20 damage. So here... I think I'm okay exhausting 2 defends. But it's not a particularly strong play. Okay. So, this is not horrible. We want Battle Trance and Fiend Fire. It pains me. It does. Go ahead and hit me. Because next turn, we're going to get so much extra value. You're actually maybe dead. You have 1 HP. Times 2. Oh well. Great fight. I mean, it went very well. Right now, it's Exhume. Because it can bring back Fiend Fire. I didn't even have to look at the other ones in that case. Sure, I hate not getting gold, but... it's the best of the relics that are available there. So I really think we want to try a double elite setup. We'll try to hit the shop first, but... it wasn't quite as much of a coup as I thought it would be. I thought we would get further ahead there. This will still kill you. I don't know, the thorns are really useful on this floor. Mostly for the birds. So we still have Maw Bank. Oh, but dude, like... Oh, Mob Bank doesn't work at all anymore. So, choose an attack card at the start of combat. It'll be in your hand. I think, can we get both? Yes. We will get both then. What do we want to put in our hand? Fiendfire. And then if we get like Bag of Prep or something, we're even happier. What are we saving our gold for? We can't do anything with it. Like, we might as well take a Flex or something along those lines. You know what, let's, I don't know, if we get to a shop later, maybe we can spend it on an upgraded card instead. It's my hypothesis right now. So I think you play this, and then just one of these poor guys is just absolutely destroyed. The other one is also going to take quite a lot of damage. So right now this is working, but I do sort of worry about, I guess, longer fights is what has me spooked the most. I don't really want to take 16 damage. I definitely don't want to be made vulnerable. None of these other cards matter at all, so I guess we'll play Corruption just to get it out there. And then I'll hit you as hard as I can. But we're going to take 16 damage. All things considered, it's not that bad, but one day the collateral damage might be too much. And we just don't want 2 battle trances on the same turn. If we can avoid that, I'm happy. What do we transform? Probably a single strike. 3, 2, 1, go. I love Infernal Blade. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Now, this will be a real test. This is going to exhaust some pretty good cards. So I think first, you say, you know what? Ice the Shield Gremlin. You get to keep an energy. You know what? We're going to play the Defend just to keep it in our deck. Like the Limit Break, I guess if we used our Strength Potion, it would do something for us, but it's still going to die. And we're going to draw again, which I should never forget about. Now we're just waiting on like Battle Trance Exhume. That's our setup. Okay, we can't really play Battle Trance here, but we don't roll over energy. So I think you save this, even though it gives you no benefit. Save this, and then Sever Soul to at least, you know, put some more damage out there. So we'll Exhume, Fiendfire. Flex, still worth it. Play this, and it replaces itself. Don't play this. I'm sorry. Infernal Blade, I'm very sorry about this, but with all due respect, it is our win condition. And you're seeing, it's working out pretty nicely right now. This is a deck I haven't really ever rolled before, but I'm loving it right now. Orichalcum, it seems very valuable. I mean, Disarm is sort of tempting, but I can't get over the idea that I feel like it kind of clogs us. I want to fight this early elite. I feel like I really actually do. So I think let's Shrug. Battle Trance. Infernal Blade. That's a card I do not mind exhausting. Do we want to Flex? Yes. 14 damage times 5 is 70. And then you're going to take 18. You're going to take 88 damage. I think. Let's see if our math checks out. Well, we don't know if it checked out. What we do know is that it killed that enemy in one hit. So we might not want to play Battle Trance, because you remember if we kill an enemy, yeah. If you kill an enemy, you do get to... Actually, I think this is fine. Nobody's gonna die. So let's do this. What I was going to say is if you kill an enemy, you get to draw. So, you know, if you don't play Battle Trance, you get the chance to make that work. We kind of lucked out on that one. We're going to take 10 damage to start this off, but still think this, like, it plays itself, to be honest. Like, and we have Intangible this turn as well. If you get, when you get Fiendfire turn 1, then the next time you draw Exhume, you play Fiendfire and exhaust as many cards as possible. This deck seems like it can get it done. Raising that max HP, perhaps. Dude, Toxic Egg seems like a huge get. I'm excited for some question marks here. Dude, we might be able to snag 2 relics here. Real talk. Well, let's run the math in 2 different ways here. If I don't play any defense, I will do 40 damage plus 15 to all. So 40 damage plus 15, it would kill you, we'll draw. If I play this, I will do 30 damage plus 12. It's not as good. So, but I mean, it would leave 13 damage on the field. So we're going to start here and then just hope that we draw, I don't know, a decent card with whatever our next draw is. I would describe that as highly decent. Unfortunately, we're going to take 8. I totally forgot we had Orichalcum. Okay. I will definitely fight these double boys. Is not what you want on turn 1. But it is decent damage for sure. We always want draw. Pretty much of any variety. Okay, now. Flex, I don't think is worth it here. This is the same situation. It's like 52 damage to you. Well, we could play a flex, or perhaps we could play a strike, but what do we care about playing a strike for? I think we just exhaust him. And then accept, you know, we're going to do a decent amount of damage to this guy. We're also going to get 1 draw. Could be worse. We take 4 damage. We have intangibility on this turn. Even better. That's really good. So we definitely want to hit him with that. I don't really care about making him stronger this turn. Sounds good to me, buddy. That was very good. Fossilized Helix starts us with a buffer, which is disgustingly good. Again, dude, the deck just works right now. We didn't bat a freaking eye at that double elite fight. That tells me we're doing okay. So this, again, should be 52 damage, which is just slightly too little to kill you. Oh, never mind. My math was off. We're going to take no damage because of Orichalcum plus buffer. You know how it works. This is insanely good. It's tough, right? I think we'll take spot weakness. At the very least, maybe makes Limit Break workable again. So now, start smithing some cards, making them even better. A Battle Trance drawing 1 extra card continues making it a great wombo combo choice. Absolutely. Necronomicon would be so good. Nilri's Codex, less so. And now, who are we fighting? Boys. I think we smith again. And that's a little bit of cockiness. We'll see if it comes back to bite us, I guess. Love starting with this buffer, too. So, Power Potion. Well, I think Metallicize is still going to be the choice, even though we might like to draw. And we'll Battle Trance. It really, really sucks to lose Exhume. I mean, we can hit you for 20. I mean, no matter what we play, we're basically losing Exhume. So I don't think we can do it. I think, honestly, it pains me a great deal. Sure, I would love to do 70. I would love to do 94 damage. I just don't think it's right here. Be careful what you add, by the way. Now we want to draw it, but we may or may not. So we'll gain strength. This is a good opportunity, as much as I hate to say it, for us to test and see, you know, if our deck is actually capable of staying upright. We know we're not going to draw, but at least we can block. So that actually still went completely fine. We gained strength. We're still waiting for the Wombus. You know, we want another Fiend Fire to come back around, obviously. Great news. Just block as much as you can. Doesn't really matter what you play. I'm playing that specifically for Exhaust, just to get it out of the deck, but... So this is going to take our buffer, but now we're back in potential Fiend Fire range. That was pretty good damage by itself. I don't mind the debuff. We're just waiting on the Wombus. Now, double tap Fiend Fire doesn't do that much, I think. I think we would rather just Fiend Fire. And although it's low damage, lowish damage, we do have an Exhume that can bring it back, which is what we're waiting on. So we'll do a Battle Trance. We did not draw Exhume. Definitely would like to spot weakness. Shrug and put some block out there. I'm not putting up 3 extra defend. Don't make me laugh. Now this looks pretty bad, but all we need to do is draw Exhume and we win. As long as we don't select the wrong card, which I bring it up because it's possible. And there we go. We go. I was worried temporarily, but we really did get the worst possible draw for a boss fight, which is like we don't want to. Any other fight, we'll play Fiend Fire first, and I don't care. We don't want this. We have to rest. So I guess we'll just take Eternal Feather by default. But, yeah, we don't really have a time dilation concern here. Or a combo concern, I should say. Yeah, any other fight, if we get Exhume and Fiend Fire in the same hand, we just pop them. And we continue to love life. I have to look at this for a second. So we have 8s. It's 24 damage done to all. We don't really need a spot weakness here. What I think I like is we should play a Shrug and a Defend. And then 10 damage done to each. So yeah, we still have to use it like this. This is fine. Again, we have to, I think at least, we have to approach our boss fights and our regular fights in kind of a different capacity. Losing Limit Break is really bad on a boss fight. On this fight, it's completely irrelevant, you know? I'm gonna let you hit me. 40 damage. It'll definitely kill you. Obviously, one of you's coming back to life, but... You're lucky, buddy. We have intangibility. Luckily... I was going to say luckily does not matter, but it actually matters. I gotta find a way to do some extra damage to you. Yeah, this'll work. Oh, it's gonna kill him. Oh, it didn't, thank God. We got the extra max HP out of it. I'll take an upgraded flex. I know we have too many. Take my defend. I don't love to see it go, but I love to watch it leave. Wait, what? $10 out of 10 relics for us here, by the way. Bag of prep. If we can get bag of prep, I mean, it's an extra, like, 30 damage on turn 1. $12 damage to all enemies. 16 damage to all enemies. Oh, thank God. No, it doesn't work. Yes, it does. Just keep cranking that max HP, baby. We're getting there. This is our perfect scenario for turn 1. And then what do we want on turn 2? We want Exhume. And we got it. We're going to block for 30 as well. I got real scared there for a second. He's still only half dead. This guy's like a borderline boss fight. $16 damage. Still a pain in the butt. Oh, we have intangible. Never mind. So we'll spot weakness for certain. Limit break. Up to 6 strength. Searing blow for free is nice. And, you know, to be honest, I'd still prefer to take 0 damage whenever possible. There's 2 reasons this deck is good. And one of them is something I did not expect. And that's that, you know, I mean, the first one is obvious. The Fiend Fires right off the bat are an incredible amount of, like, burst damage early on. But the second thing, which is, in a way, even more surprising, is that it also works as, like, a strength-gaining deck, albeit very, very slowly. Or not as efficiently, I guess I should say. A better way to put it. So, we don't need to block. Is there anything else we'd rather play instead of a block? Not really. Don't even play it. Just get this stuff out of here. There are some, a second Exhume is just disgustingly good. The fact that we keep getting it exactly when we need it is even better. This time, I think... why not? The fact that we keep drawing it when we need to is also amazing. But I think we definitely need a little bit more. And I'm thinking specifically from like a relic context. Like Bag of Prep, good. Dead Branch, amazing. Like, obviously amazing. Thank God, I didn't even run the numbers, and we got super lucky. Alright, let's test our fight against this guy. He is going to hit us for 21. It's pretty terrible, so we'll put this out there. There's no way we can block both of these. So I'm just going to hit him. What did I mean by both of these? Well, like, we were already blocking one through the damage, one of the 7 damage attacks. No defense, huh? You know, this will pop this. We might as well make him vulnerable. You might as well play that. I'll play this just to take it out of the deck, and we're going to lose Carnage, but it's never coming around again anyway. This would be a great turn to Exhume Fiend Fire. Not gonna happen. You know the obvious thing here is like the double limit break is very, very good. Can't help but be a little bit concerned long term about our ability to fight this guy. See, this is a bad turn for Exhume. Pains me a great deal to say it, but it really is. All we need to do, though, is if we play a Reaper, if we play our second wait, we don't even have a second Exhume. So really, it... Well, this is very dangerous, then. Didn't even get Reaper. Okay, how do we live? Defends. Doubling your strength. This bash would deal like 48, but it wouldn't kill you. Wouldn't kill you. 28. No, it won't kill you. Won't kill you. This will be a much better turn for us to have intangible. Can we even live here? I think that's a better question. If we play our defend, we're at 39. We'll die. We're at 40, actually, because of the plated armor. So the only way out... I mean, I know we've already played that. The only way out is this. Oh my god. It worked with 3 HP remaining. Ooh. Easy. I'm easy like an Ascension 12. Runic. I mean, immediately we were back to full HP, which is kind of amazing to me. We got another chest right off the bat. Boom, boom. Got some extra strength. It actually makes our limit breaks worth something, which is kind of amazing to me. I think you Carnage one. Well, if we actually flex and then... Oh, it's not quite good enough. Whirlwind will give us 2 energy back. I'm willing to do it. Plus the card draw. See? See? Then we just go for broke here. Dude, I mean... The thing that gives me a great deal of pause right now is our fight against the Timekeeper is basically like... No. No! It's okay, we're only going to take 0 damage. Our fight against the Timekeeper is almost the same as our fight against that elite that gets intangibility. Or at least very similar. Feel no pain, a necessity right here. I also, in case it's not very simple and obvious, we really, really want Dark Embrace. Your big disgrace, waving your feather all over the place, saying we will rock you. Here's the thing. I would love to bash Fiendfire, but I would really hate to lose buffer in this situation, so... It's a pretty weak Fiendfire. We got Dark Embrace out of Nilri's Codex. If we have to do that, we have to do that. Now we are going to lose. Ah, unless we pop this, which I think is highly, highly worth it. Okay, this is our turn. We get an Exhume, bring back Fiendfire, play your Battle Trance, play your Infernal Blade, because you can. He's not vulnerable, and we can't make him vulnerable. I think it is worth playing Feel No Pain, just for the blocks. $22 damage per card, plus 3 per card from the Ashes. Now, obviously, if we can get, like, Dead Branch or something here, even better. Bag of Prep. We have Intangibility on this turn. It's highly good. We're actually going to gain enough block to not lose our buffer to this. Because of this being exhausted. Oh, and Orichalcum, of course. This is a weird one. So we have buffer. I don't really care if I get hit, but moreover, we're not going to. That was easy. Unceasing Top, actually extremely great. We'll continue smithing here. Like, highly extremely great. If our strength gets high enough... Oh, absolutely. If our strength gets high enough, we won't need buffer. And by buffer, I mean Fiendfire. I don't know, man. What do you take here? Make Bash have 3 vulnerable on it, I suppose. I can't believe we've made it. Let's see. So typically, I think you'd like to start with a little shrug. See what you draw. We're definitely going to take damage. Fiendfire, but don't forget about Unceasing Top. I'd rather not. Just seems like a waste of a play against this guy. I mean, that's 100 and something damage done on his first turn. So we have to play Spot Weakness. We only have 6 more cards, so be careful. Oh, we do. You're not joking. He's actually past the halfway point. We're gonna lose the Runic Dodecahedron advantage here, but we only get to play 1 card. Let's gain a bunch of strength. Okay, now we're going for broke. Dude, I think we're gonna make it. I really do. I think you do play Feel No Pain. No, we can't. We can't play that and Limit Break. So I think you Exhume, Fiendfire, Limit Break, Fiendfire. It sucks to take the damage, but, you know, Feel No Pain. We obviously would love to have it out there for the extra block, but it is what it is, right? Basically, drawing that means we will win. I think. And then, you know, like... should have used that first. This doesn't hurt, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, you're done. That was a really fun and easy win. The Ironclad has become the furthest advanced character. What a world. Either way... Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!